guys, thank you so much for coming to my channel. If you have been here before, thank you for coming back. And if this is your first time, thank you for stopping by. My name is Nicole and I am a Scrum Master. Today's topic, we're just going to talk about icebreakers. Icebreakers are very important. It helps to get your team members to engage. It helps them to speak up in meetings. Um, Before we actually go into this video, guys, I would like to first of all shout out to each and every one of you guys that have already subscribed. If you have not yet subscribed, please do go ahead and click on the subscribe button, and don't forget to click on the notification bell because I'm going to be posting a lot of video and I don't want you guys to miss anything that I'm going to post. So go ahead and click subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get all the notification once I post a new video. Again, we're going to just talk about icebreaker. This video should not take too long, right? So I want to do this because a lot of teams are struggling in terms of speaking. Some people are introvert in a team. Some people are extrovert. You will know your team members. You will know the people that like to speak up. You also know the people that do not like to speak. But again, just having an icebreaker can make a huge difference in helping your team members in speaking up for you to be able to get the information that you need, to be able to give them the support that they need. Before you do any type of an icebreaker, it's really important for you to get to know your team members, right? Get to know your team, get to know what they like, because you don't want to you don't want to say something that is offensive. You don't want to ask them a question that people don't feel comfortable about answering. So get to know them before you're deciding in what type of icebreakers to use. There's so many different type of icebreakers that you can use out there on the internet. If you just go research and Google on different type of icebreakers to use on a team, you'll be surprised. You won't be surprised to see a whole bunch of suggestions out there. But there's some ones that I like to use that I kind of feel like a lot of people can relate to. For example, sports, right? A lot of people can relate to sport, a lot of people can relate to holidays, a lot of people can relate to food. So there's so many type of different icebreakers that you can use that are not going to come up as being offensive or make people uncomfortable in answering the question when you ask them. Also, when you're doing an icebreaker, be very mindful, the type of meeting, right? It depends on the meeting. Not every meeting that I just go there and start the meeting with an icebreaker. No. Again, even if you start an icebreaker in a meeting, just make sure that it's something that's not going to take too much time, right? You will know which meeting to maybe spend more time doing an icebreaker. You'll know which meeting to either do it or just like go directly into the meeting or do something very, very, small that's going to be very, very fast, like about a minute or two or less, right? We don't want people to come in the meeting and just spend time and not getting the information that they need for that meeting. So just make sure that when you're doing an icebreaker, that it's okay for you to do it in that meeting. And if you're doing it in the meeting, just make sure it's something that's going to go very, very fast. Again, icebreakers help your team members to warm up. It helps them to speak up. It helps people to engage. It kind of helps us to get to know each other in a team, kind of know what people like, what people don't like. Again, it helps us to think, it helps us to laugh, it helps us to get comfortable with each other. So just something very, simple, something that people are going to laugh, people are going to think, people are going to get comfortable in answering. Like I mentioned in the beginning, the ones that I like to do, I like to use sports, right? A lot of people can relate to sports. So I like to use those type of icebreakers because they're not really offensive, right? They're sports, right? I'll simply just ask the team, for example, what are your favorite sports or what is your favorite sport, right? Just ask the team members this question. You can simply just say, would like to go first in the beginning of the meeting, and go around the room real quick. If people are not going, you can just start. You said, what's your favorite sport? And you can say, I'll go first. And you say your favorite sport. Once you're done, you now pass the ball to the next person to answer the same question. Once they're done, they'll pass the ball to the other person. They'll just keep passing the ball until you go around the room, right? That's one thing you can talk about sports. Another one that I also feel very comfortable in using with my teams are holidays. Like, what is your favorite holiday? Especially if you live here in America, there are a lot of holidays. People love holidays, right? People love holidays so much. You can simply just ask your team members in the beginning of the meeting, what's your favorite holiday, just to see what type of holidays that people like. You can still go first, like I said, or just simply ask the team would like to go first and just keep passing the ball. Another one that you can do is food. People love to eat, right? What is your favorite food, or what are your favorite foods? Just ask people to speak around the room. Just go around the room again, and just keep passing the ball until you get to the final person. Then you can start the meeting. Like I mentioned, depending on the meeting, if it's something that you know for sure, we really don't need to spend any minute right now in doing any type of an icebreaker. I can just go directly into the meeting. However, if it's a meeting that you know, we can spend about a minute or two, get to know each other, do a little icebreaker, get people to laugh, get people to engage. Then you can go ahead and do it. For retrospective, I actually like to do icebreakers a lot in retro because I feel like we really have the time in retro, right, to really talk. And that's the whole purpose of retro, for your team members to really speak up and if they are having any challenges, any difficulties, any issues, any roadblocks, we want them to be able to speak up during retrospective. So that's a really good place to actually do an icebreaker, right? To motivate your team members to speak up. So if they're having issues, they're having roadblocks, they should be able to speak up during that meeting so they can get the help that they need. Another one that you can actually do, another icebreaker, I like to do the would you rather this or that, right? I think that's a very good icebreaker as well. Would you rather, for example, would you rather have tea or coffee? Have people speak to know what they like. Do you like tea or do you like coffee? You can also ask your team members, would you rather text someone or would you rather make a phone call? Especially nowadays, like so many people are like just easy to pick up their phone and text rather than like literally they don't know, it probably take less time to just call someone and talk and just get through it rather than be texting back and forth. So it's good to know who are those people that still love, to talk on the phone as compared to those that would rather just, pick up their phone and send a text message. So those are some really type of icebreakers that I like to do. You can use this one. There's so many other options out there. Again, it doesn't have to be something too serious. It doesn't have to be something that's going to take lots and lot of time. Sense the vibe of your team, sense the meeting. If it's something that we need to do on icebreaker, then go ahead. If you feel like we really don't need to spend a minute right now in doing no icebreaker, go directly into your meeting. Again, retrospective is a really good place to do icebreakers. Or when you guys having like your team building meeting, that will also be a really good place to start the meeting with an icebreaker as well. Or if you work in a team that you guys have scrum or scrum, maybe it can also be good to just start by asking a little icebreaker question just to get people to be comfortable, to be able to laugh, to be able to speak up so we can get the information that we need so we can continue to support our teams. That's pretty much what I want to talk about with you guys today. Again, if you have any other topic or you would like me to do a video on, don't hesitate to leave me a message or leave me a comment on this video with your next topic. I'll gladly do a video for you. Again, if you have not yet subscribed, please do go ahead, click on the subscribe button, and don't forget to also click on the notification bell. Thank you again so much for your time.